will pick first China or Korea. From the data, we should be more worried about reaching our peak. But China won't easily come down. The so-called red lines to curtail bank loans triggered a slump in its real estate market. But Beijing is hardly panicking. The central bank cut the one-year loan prime rate, which served as the base rate, just 10 basis points. In a speech publicized recently on the Quiche, the Chinese Communist Party's theoretical journal, President Xi re-emphasized his political slogan of common prosperity to imply his confidence in coping with the ongoing economic troubles. It would be premature to declare the Chinese economy has reached its peak, since the behemoth economy has ascended to the mid-income group. Some correction is inevitable. We need to examine why Korean products have less value in China than before. More specifically, whether it resulted from sluggish demand in China or weakened competitiveness of Korean products. China is still a major market for Korea, accounting for 20% of its outbound shipment. In its latest article titled "China's 40-year boom is over," the Wall Street Journal cited the IMF forecast that China's GDP growth will slow to less than 4% in coming years. What does the slowdown in China mean for Korea? The IMF expects the Korean economy will grow 2.2% in the 2020s and 1% range after 2030. From the data, we should be more worried about reaching our peak. Korea certainly recovered from the foreign exchange reserve crisis fast and shaped up well financially over the decades. But whether its economic efficiency is better is doubtful. According to a Federation of Korean Industries study in February, Korea's TFP hovers below the levels of a group of 5 economies: the US, Japan, Germany, Britain, and France. When the United States TFP is reported as 1, Korea is 0.6. The country scores most poorly in social capital and regulatory reform. The low trust in the government and the system, as well as stifling regulation on the private sector, are slowing its productivity. Even though massive household debt exceeding the GDP is suppressing consumption, the government is passive in addressing it, in fear of upsetting the soft landing of the property market. President Yoon's obsession with fighting against what he called the bureaucratic industrial cartels will lead to a cut in state investment in research and development. Without a vision to hone economic efficiency, productivity, and innovation, Korea could reach its peak much faster. Cruzman's warning is still haunting our economy.